Can you all hear me? Because I'm going to be frank with you all. I can't hear anything. The music was playing, but I can't hear it. You guys can hear me? Okay, well, all right, I guess we'll do this. I I don't hear anything. So, yeah, let me close the window because I don't like people looking at me while I'm streaming. So, whew. Okay, well, I mean, if you guys can hear me, then what do you mean turn up the hearing aids? Excuse you. Listen, I have everything turned up. It's not on mute or anything. I don't know what's going on. My computer just had some issues, so I'm having computer issues, guys. So please bear with me and let me know if it's acting stupid. Okay, let me I know. I didn't put on makeup like I normally would. I'm looking crazy today. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Leave me alone. I'm tired. All right, so I brought you guys here for a reason, okay? Because I told you guys to stay home. Didn't I tell you to stay home? I told you to stay home for New Year's Eve, and a lot of you guys didn't listen to me. And I can tell the ones who didn't listen to me because now you guys are at the hospital. You guys are having to deal with police. I'm telling you, the people who didn't listen to me, I know. And you know why? Guess what? I have stories for you. I have a lot, in fact. Let me try to clear up my under eye. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Let me try to clear up my under eye because I feel like I look like I'm dead. Oh, my battery is low. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get my charge. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. Okay, so listen, I have stories for you guys because you know what? I'm the one who told you guys that this New Year's Eve there was going to be problems. And I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking when I said that. And you guys are going to see. You guys are going to see. And exactly, 3G, obey. But you didn't obey. And now look what happened. You either in the hospital or you had to deal with police or something happened. All because you didn't obey. You see? If you listen to mama, your life will go far. See? That's the thing. But you don't listen. Larry's like, I obeyed. Well, that's why you're alive. Hi, red lipstick. Hi, girl. Hey, I know I'm looking crazy right now. Listen, I'm sorry. I've been like, it's been a rough day. Okay, it's the beginning of the year, of the new year, and what happened with me is that I wasn't ready to get back into the normal routine of things. Okay, because you go from being like on vacation to all of a sudden having to get back into routine and everything. So I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So, and watch, I cover my eyebrows with powder. I'm only putting powder because my face gets oily. I'm just trying to take off the oil so I'm not like shining. Okay? All right. So that's that. All right. So I have stories for you guys. Are you guys ready? Ew. Art of Will, go to the naughty corner. Go to you didn't even say Happy New Year before you came in here doing that stuff. Will, get it together, Will. Hi, Mind Victory. See, that is how civilized people act, Will. You see that? You see? Pay attention to Mind Victory. Hi, Mind Victory. How are you? See, this is how civilized people act, Will. Take note. Happy New Year, Mind Victory. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve. You see that, Will? Take note. Now, all right, so I have stories for you guys. Are you guys ready? I'm going to start right now. I'm going to start with the stories, and then I'll talk to you guys about the other stuff later. I'm pulling up the stories right now. Okay, here we go. In New Orleans, there was a terrorist attack, okay? All New Year's Eve. Las Vegas, there was another at the Trump Hotel in Vegas, there was another attack that happened. There have been people going crazy. And what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? All right, so the terrorist attack in New Orleans is speculated that this person was an Arab. He was one of my people. I just wish we could learn how to behave. If just once in my life where Arabs will learn how to behave themselves. But it's just, everybody has to love their people, right? Right? I'm sure everybody who has a race here, you guys know how it is. You love your people, but then you hate your people. But yeah. So I'll tell you what happened in New Orleans, and then listen, red lipstick. She's like, they're wilding out. I know, but I didn't even tell you the story yet, red lipstick. Wait. Here we go. In the New Orleans terrorist attack, there has been news that has emerged in the last 24 hours. First, a spokesman for the FBI told the public that the attack wasn't an act of terrorism. But then Joe Biden revealed in a speech that he was informed that it actually was a terrorist attack, but they cover it up because, of course, they're trying to be all about, oh, we love Muslims and there's not terrorists who exist. This has nothing to do with Islam, but I know that people on the left are so hard trying to defend Arabs that they'll make it into a whole little ball of like racism, religionism, all kind of things. But anyway, no, are you serious? Red lipstick, you're are you serious? So would you, okay, you put your stuff in the chat. I'll read what you talk about. But Will, I forgot we can't time him out because he's a freaking mod. Will, I'm going to take away your wrench. I'm going to take away your wrench so fast. You're going to be sitting there looking in the toolbox for other wrenches and other ratchets and other tools. Okay? Will, just sit and be quiet for a little bit. Just sit and look at the wall for a second. Okay. Red lipstick, tell me about it. Tell me all about it. Okay, here we go. So, Joe Biden revealed in a speech that he was informed that it was a terrorist attack, proving that the FBI once again not only lied to the public, but they knew about the attack hours before it happened, just like 9/11. 9/11, they knew about it days before it happened. In fact, I believe even a month before it happened, and they didn't say anything. Now, the terrorist his name is Shamsud Din Jabbar. So he was a 42-year-old Army veteran who pledged his allegiance to ISIS in a Facebook video. And he also expressed his desire to kill and threatened to murder his family just before he drove his car into a crowd of people on New Year's Day. So supposedly he pledged his allegiance to ISIS, supposedly. And he threatened to kill his own family just minutes before he drove his vehicle through a crowd of people. Okay? This person, they're going to try to play, well, you know what? I don't really believe in this whole ISIS thing. And I'll tell you why. I know people are going to be like, yeah, you're Arab. Of course you don't believe in it. No, hear me out. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, all these groups they're made by mostly America. And anybody who claims to be down for ISIS or a part of ISIS, I see them as American terrorists. I just do. Call me what you want, but that's the way I see it. Because me as an Arab, we know the real gangs that we have. We have real bad people in the Middle East. ISIS is not one of them. ISIS is just came out. ISIS just came out, back in, the early 2000s. That stuff did not exist really. This is an American terrorist group that claims to be for Islam. So, anyway. Red Lipstick says, yes, they did. He moved to New Orleans just a month ago. He posted everything that he wanted to do. So I get suspended on YouTube for speaking out against LGBT, speaking out against people diddling children, speaking out against open borders and all that. But you have somebody on YouTube, not on YouTube, on social media, who is out there literally telling his plans to attack people and kill people, and that person is not. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And the thing is, they'll call me the terrorist, not only because I'm Arab, but because I love America and I say the things that I believe that I think are problems in America. I'm the terrorist. But the person who's actually out there about to kill people is. Okay. No. The worst thing about it, Red Lipstick, yes, I know, but Red Lipstick, listen. The worst thing is we get seen as, because they believe that racism is worse than terrorism, or that racism is a form of terrorism or something like that. Mind blown. Even I'm not racist, but they have this thing where they're like, oh, well, if you don't say the right things, then you're racist. And since you've been deemed racist, you are more dangerous than the actual terrorism. This is the kind of stuff that I am just I am so irritated. I'm so irritated. He set his house he was renting on fire before he went to the quarter. Fix. Does it really matter? He wanted to kill for ISIS. He was ISIS. What is ISIS, Fix? ISIS is not a thing. It's not. Oh my God. This is the thing. Fix. What does ISIS mean? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's a group that Americans have made that people are. And the thing is, I believe that the FBI is using this ISIS term and putting all people who they deem as bad or whatever under this ISIS group. But what is ISIS? Listen, I'm from the Middle East. We don't have an ISIS. There is no ISIS. I mean, I know in Afghanistan they have Taliban. Okay, Taliban is something. That's actually something. But ISIS? It's not a thing. Anyway. All right. Well, anyway, hold on one second. The thought police. No, seriously. It's literally the thought police, Andy. And so when people talk, when the FBI keeps making all these claims, it's like, oh, this person was supporting ISIS. What does that mean? What does that mean? Who is ISIS? What is ISIS? Where do they meet? What group is that? What country do they originate in? What country does ISIS originate in? Exactly. It's not real. It's not I don't know. Fix. YouTube doesn't know terrorism, but you grew up under the Taliban. You know terrorism. Exactly. Taliban is a real thing. If you ask any Arab, anybody from the Middle East, they know what Taliban is. But ISIS, it's not a thing. Only Americans talk about ISIS all the time. Oh, this is ISIS, ISIS. What is ISIS? Anyway, I don't know. Who said that? I'm looking at you guys' comments. Hold on 1 second. Somebody said Sharon. There you are. She said Obama made ISIS. There you go. There you go. It doesn't mean anything. And this is what the FBI constantly says when things happen. They always say, "Oh, it was ISIS. They're supporting ISIS." What is that? Anyway, hold on. I'm gonna finish this. I want to share with you guys the other thing. Hold on. Okay. So his name was Shamsud Din Jabbar. And he had threatened to kill his family just minutes before he drove his vehicle through a crowd of people on New Year's Day. But Jabbar changed his mind about killing his family and his friends because he was worried that the news would only focus on their deaths instead of the war between the believers and the disbelievers. The believers and the disbelievers. Is he talking about al-kafirun? The kafir people? Kafir. So he's talking about kafir and the Muslim. Is that what he's saying? Kafir and... all right. So, and there were videos that he posted on social media where Jabbar claimed to have joined ISIS before the summer. Do you guys hear what I just said? Do you guys hear what I just said? Did you see the article? It said that this person claimed to have joined ISIS just before the summer. Oh, isn't that a great update? What does that mean? Who did he go to join this ISIS group? Is it like the Bloods and the Crips where you got to get beaten in? How do you join ISIS? What do you do to join? What kind of gang is it? This is so stupid. What does that mean? That's why I say I don't. All of this stuff about joining ISIS, I don't believe none of it. I believe that ISIS is a government group that they just put all bad acts under. If the person is Arab or the person has an Arab name, they get listed under ISIS. That's it. That's what I believe it is. I do. Because if you're white and you do terrorism, you get listed under what is it? Christian extremism. Christian extremism if you're white. If you're Arab, you get listed as an ISIS. And if you're black, you get listed as a thug. That I believe that's what it is. That's what I believe. Domestic terrorism. Well, yeah, you get listed as domestic terrorism. But if you're Arab, you joined ISIS. So in America, we have gangs, right? We have Bloods, we have Crips, we have Latin Kings, we have the Aryan Brotherhood. We have all of these gangs, right? Black Panthers. Don't ask me how I know about these people. I study. You have the cartels, you have the Zetas, you have the Sinaloa cartel, you have all of these things. You see those gangsters, you see them on the street, you see them where they meet, you see them at the discotheques running everything. They take over areas. Where are the ISIS gangs? Where? Because we're talking about America. This happened in America, in Louisiana, of all places. Louisiana. Are there any Arabs in Louisiana? And if there are, where are the ISIS gangs? That's what I want to know. Where do they hang out? You joined ISIS. How does one... This is why I don't believe it's real. This is the reason why I do not believe it's real. And this is coming from your Middle Eastern friend. I would tell you guys the truth. I wouldn't lie to you about something so stupid as this. I wouldn't lie to you. As an Arab, I don't know nothing about no ISIS. There is no ISIS in the Middle East, and there darn sure isn't any ISIS here, especially in Louisiana. Use your common sense, everyone. It's a government thing. That is a government label, I guess. You could call it a label, a tag, a code word. I don't know. What you guys understand what word I'm trying to say? It's like an umbrella. This is not real. Where are the ISIS meetings? Get out of here. All right, so this person joined ISIS before the summer in Louisiana. He went to one of the meetings, and he even provided his last will and testament while driving an electric Ford F-150. Life is funnier than fiction. Who was the attorney that wrote this man's last will and testament? Who? I need to know names. I need to know law firms. Who wrote this man's last will and testament? Okay, Mr. Jabber Al Shamur, Jacob. I'll call you Jacob, okay? Hello, Mr. Jacob. Here's your last will. You said you wanted to give all of your possessions to your son that you plan to kill before you die. Your possessions left at death will be a suicide vest or two, a bucket of C4. Sir, when do you plan on dying? Who wrote this man's last will and testament? That's what I need to know. I need to know. Yes, I'm coming after you, Yakub. Yes, it's you. Because the man's name is Jabbar, and I know nobody in Texas, Louisiana, anywhere over there is going to pronounce that name right. They'll probably say Jabari, Jaber, Jacob. You're just Jacob, sir. I'm not. All right, here we go. I'm not finished. He drove an electric F-150 from Houston to New Orleans. An electric F-150. First of all, that is an insult to F-150s to drive an electric one, okay? I don't care what anybody has to say about that. You may say that I'm not good for the environment, but there's certain things that just shouldn't be messed with. Trucks do not make trucks electric. Trucks are made to go vroom. They're made to do donuts. Truck. And you make it electric? That just takes the balls out of the vehicle. You just neutered the F-150. Why would you neuter such a beautiful truck? But they neutered the F-150, and now they made it electric. And Jabbar was driving the electric F-150 from Houston to New Orleans. Once he reached his destination, Jabbar planted a cooler that contained IEDs, which are improvised explosive devices, in case anybody doesn't know what that means. And don't ask me how I know that. I just do. But anyway, he planted a cooler of those explosive devices on an intersection of Bourbon Street and the New Orleans Street between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Jabbar was shot and killed by a police officer shootout just after he ran over and killed 14 people and injured dozens more. Now, we were just talking about last week. We were just talking about what happened in Germany. In Germany, we just had another Darrell Brooks incident, right? Germany, somebody drove through a crowd of people they were having a Christmas parade. Now this week, we have Jabbar driving through a crowd of people on New Year's Day. Um, guys, just because I warned you that something was going to happen on New Year's, that somebody was going to drive through a crowd on New Year's, does not mean that I'm in any way connected and that I knew. I promise you I didn't know. I just have feelings. I only have feelings, okay? Don't me and Jabbar don't know each other. We don't know each other. Okay. But he was killed by police officers at a shootout between the pair of them. And that was just after he had run over and killed 14 people and injured dozen more. In addition to having a black Islamic State flag, which was found on his truck, authorities found another um, IED, explosive device, and guns inside of the vehicle. During an inspection of Jabbar's home, they revealed a bomb making workbench with an open Quran. His home was filled with chemical bottles and residues, kind of like a meth lab, if you will. Breaking Bad, anyone? His home was filled with chemical bottles and residues, along with a list of bomb making materials. The Quran was reportedly placed on top of a bookshelf as a centerpiece. It was open to verse 9111, which says, "They fight in Allah's cause and slay and are slain, a promise binding." What? Oh, okay. We're going to look up that verse together, and you guys we can read that verse together. That was cut off randomly. That was a very random cut off. So anyway, so Jabbar's younger brother, Abdul, told reporters that his brother was a sweetheart and a really nice guy, a friend, smart and caring. Abdul also expressed his belief that what happened to his brother was more of a type of radicalization and had nothing to do with religion. It was all about being radicalized, supposedly. Well, I know that. I know. I definitely know that. Now, that happened in New Orleans. There was another event that happened in Las Vegas at the Trump Hotel. So there was like, I guess you could call it another terrorist attack, but it wasn't Islamic from what I know. So there was an active duty Army Special Forces soldier. His name was Matthew Livelsberger. He drove a Tesla Cybertruck to the front. What is up with all these electric vehicles being driven into? Am I missing something? What? Why electric? Why is everybody driving electric vehicles into crowds? But okay. So this special forces soldier drove a Tesla Cybertruck through the front door of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Then he shot himself in the head just before the Cybertruck exploded. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. That was okay. Woo. All right, so he drove his he drove his Tesla Cybertruck through the front door of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas and shot himself in the head seconds before the Cybertruck exploded. Currently, the police have not discovered his motive. Wait, what do you mean you haven't discovered his motive? Okay. So you have a special forces soldier, okay, drive an electric Cybertruck into the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, and you're telling me that you don't understand what the motive is? I would think that the motive is clear. Pride. Am I stupid? Am I stupid, Pride? Right, right. Well, so they say. Pride, 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 come here. Do you guys understand what happened? Do you guys understand what happened? Trump is about to be the president of the United States again. That's his hotel, right? He is part of the Army, Special Forces. Do we not understand? Do we not? I mean, even if you don't understand the details, don't we kind of understand the gist of why that, like, what the motive was? Don't you guys kind of understand? I do. Okay. I mean, well, Sharon says it was all set up by the CIA. Sharon, why would I not be surprised? Why would I not be surprised? I am not surprised. Search YouTube for Tesla vehicle explosions. But the thing is, this is on purpose. Or was it? Or was it? Maybe it exploded from the force of being driven through a building. No? Maybe it exploded. Okay, PNC. You know what? You know what? In New Orleans attack, he said he went electric because of the vehicle weight. Because they're heavier? Because they're heavier. Is that the case? Because of the... Wait, are they heavier? What's heavier? Oh, I don't know. All right, anyway, let's go back to the... I'm going back. All right. Okay, so currently the police have not discovered a motive for Matthew's suicide attack. The attack was a failure because no one but Matthew was harmed. And the explosion didn't even damage the front doors of the Trump Hotel. So, a search of the Cybertruck's remains revealed that a .50 caliber Desert Eagle pistol and other semi-automatic weapons were found. Matthew's body was severely burned, but his military ID, his passport, his phone, and his smartwatch were all recovered. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know why I'm not surprised? Because supposedly on 9/11, they found a passport in perfect condition and was able to be read outside on the ground after the 9/11 attacks, when supposedly the plane was obliterated into powder, and these two magnificent steel and concrete buildings just became powder. But this passport is indestructible. The Saudi passport is one of the best passports in the world, apparently. The Saudi passport is indestructible. You cannot destroy it, because that was found in perfect mint condition, able to be read and studied and understood and all of that. But everything else went to pieces, including Building 7. I wonder what happened to Building 7. Never mind. We are off on a different tangent. Matthew's body was severely burned, but his military ID, passport, phone, and smartwatch were all recovered. Police are investigating this as possibly politically motivated due to the circumstances of it being in a Trump hotel. A search of his LinkedIn profile revealed that Matthew replied to a job opportunity in Ukraine, which is likely to go away once Trump is in office due to his vow to end the Ukrainian war. In addition, authorities are also looking into a possible incident involving Matthew years ago, despite him not having a criminal record. There have been social media users that have FBI tendencies, because the internet will internet. They noticed that Matthew wore a shirt that said, "Glory to Ukraine." Guys, remember when I told you guys I think the motive is clear? Are you guys with me? You guys are with me, right? I did not need to hear all the rest of this stupid story to know what the motive was. And now I see I was right. It's just a bunch of, all right, back to the thing. The internet will internet, and they found on the internet that Matthew was wearing a shirt that said, "Glory to Ukraine," and claimed that he was trying to recruit fighters for Ukraine, of course, not for America, for Ukraine, where he was once stationed at during his military career. Matthew shared the same support of Ukraine as Trump's second would-be assassin, Ryan Ruth. So, we have Americans who are willing to destroy America. They hate the upcoming president and all of these things, all for Ukraine. Supposedly, because I also tend to believe that there's always a percentage that says that it's all government planned, government executed. Everything is government in my view, but I could be wrong. You guys know I wear a tinfoil hat to sleep. So who knows? It could be true. Maybe it's true that people are just so obsessed with Ukraine and ISIS. Or it could be, if we use our common sense, it could be that Ukraine and ISIS are used as excuses of why things happen. I don't know. But Matthew has an uncle, and his uncle is named Dean Livelsberger. And he told reporters that his nephew was a Rambo type, and he was 100% a patriot who was 100% loving his country and Donald Trump. He loved Trump, and he was always a very patriotic soldier, a patriotic white American. It's one of the reasons he was in the special forces for so many years. It wasn't just one tour of duty. This was his career. And that's how he saw it, says the uncle. That's what the uncle said. So for all of those out there claiming that he was talking about Ukraine and he did all this for Ukraine, his uncle said that is completely rubbish. His nephew was a hot-blooded American patriot who loved his country. He loved his president, Donald Trump, and he loves being a soldier. And he was a Rambo type. So who do you guys believe? Would you rather believe the CIA, the government, who are telling you, oh, he did this for Ukraine, which doesn't make any sense, first of all? Use your common sense, everyone. That makes no sense. Or believe his uncle, who says that he was a hot-blooded American patriot who loved his country, loved his president, Trump, and so on and so forth. I tend to believe, I don't know if we're allowed to say this on YouTube, but I tend to believe that the FBI, because I believe that the FBI is run by certain people, and I'm not going to say Democrat because it's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about something deeper than that. But I believe that the FBI is run by a group of people. And if we all take a moment to look into the people who commit these acts of violence or acts of terrorists or whatever, they are often talked to by the FBI for months before they ever commit these atrocious crimes. And I tend to believe that the FBI is doing something to them that makes them go crazy. And they use them for purposes, political, and so on. I believe that wholeheartedly, and no one can change my opinion on that. But here's the conclusion. The conclusion is that police do not believe that Jabbar and Matthew knew each other. they're saying, but that may change because new reports revealed that not only were they stationed at Fort Liberty at one point together, but they both rented the vehicles they used in their attacks from the same company. These two people in two different cities who use electric vehicles and who are said to be making these attacks for ISIS and Ukraine, which are two completely stupid things that it doesn't make sense. I told you guys the ISIS thing doesn't make sense, and neither does the Ukrainian thing make sense. But these two people were both stationed together at one point in Fort Liberty, known as Fort Bragg. And they both rented the vehicles that they used in their attacks from the same company. Police are now investigating these links for a possible conclusion because it's possible that there were more things that were supposed to happen that day too. So there you go. That is what I wanted to speak to you all about today. Another thing, I had told you guys before, I told you guys to stay home. Remember I told you guys even before New Year's, I said stay home? And it's not because I know anybody or anything. Don't say that. I just said stay home because I know people are looking to get famous. People are doing things. It's just happening more and more. It's happening more and more. And that's the reason why I told you to stay home. Because it could be the government doing it. It could be Ukraine and ISIS, which, seriously. It says, I'm worried about what they will do on J6, on January the 6th. Huh. You think they would do something? She knows me, and I've been saying it for a decade now. Stop it, because all you do is talk about Iran. I felt the same things getting crazy. I'm telling you guys. I heard it when you said stay home. Great advice, but I did it anyway. There you go. I wouldn't hurt you guys. I wouldn't do it, but telling you, just keep yourselves safe. Be prepared for a real insurrection that's planned on J6. Pelosi is on her way to DC from Germany. Okay. So. January the 6th. You guys know, I told you there has been too much quiet. There's been too much peaceful. Democrats do not go out quietly. They are not going to just turn around and say, oh, okay, yeah, we did all these things and called Trump, a terrorist and a threat to American democracy and that, he was Hitler incarnate. But we're actually just going to turn around and give him the office, the most powerful office in the world, again, peacefully. I don't believe that's going to happen. I really don't. And I don't know if it's going to be January the 6th or if it's going to be on Inauguration Day. I don't know what it's going to be. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't see them going quietly and just quietly. I don't see it. I really don't. And I'm surprised that it's been this quiet this long. I'm surprised that we haven't seen riots in the streets. Well, there were a few, but I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. And I'm not going to be okay until Trump either gets in office or even then I'm going to feel weird. But I don't feel right. It says, me too. Trump needs to be more smarter for they're coming after Trump worse. He says, I'm worried about what will happen on the 20th. And that's what I'm saying, because We haven't been this close to a president, an American president, being assassinated in what, no, more than 30 years, like 40, 50 years. It's been a very long time that we haven't had this close of a president being assassinated. And now people are expecting me to believe that they're just going to let him just mosey on into the White House and, oh, welcome here, and here's your room, and here's your bathroom, and here's the Oval Office. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let them try. Oh my God. And try they will. Try they will. No. I'm worried. I'm worried. But you know what? Maybe maybe we all need to just calm down, drink some tea, and take off our tinfoil hats. Maybe we're the ones who are crazy. You guys ever consider that? That maybe we are the ones who are nuts? Hmm? We think everybody else is nuts, but we might be the crazies. You guys ever consider that? Oh, my leg. Well, I know, PNC, the CIA yeeted JFK more than the CIA. And think about it. The FBI, the current FBI, the three-letter prestigious group that they used to be, are now, they have fallen from grace. They're run by you know who's. The FBI is run by them. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? You guys know who I'm talking about? The FBI is run by them and Soros. And we got to get it together. Double tinfoil. Wait, Zealage. When Kamala said that she will peacefully transfer power, a red flag triggered within me. Because why would you believe anything that lying wench has to say? I want to know who's going to be president on Inauguration Day. Who's going to be president? Not president. Who's going to be present on Inauguration Day? Because typically they just have the president and his wife who meet the new president and his wife. But I believe it's going to be Kamala and Biden standing there instead of just Biden. I don't know. Jason, you're late. You're late, Jason. You're late. You got to go back and see it again because we're done now. We're done. It's not Saturday. We're not going to be here 2 hours. I know. PNC, them, they, them. And juice boxes. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. I really do. You guys know I never used to say that to you guys because I hate when creators used to say, I love you. Like, you don't love the people who are on your show, okay? You don't. Just stop. But I love you guys for a different reason because the majority of you all, I've known you for years. The majority of you. So this is the reason why I love you because I actually know you guys. I know you. Bye, guys. I will see you all next time. I will see you all probably Saturday. I'll see you guys Saturday. Take care. Saturday is January 4, right? So Saturday is January 4. January 6 will be Monday. Is my math that bad? I guess Monday. So yeah. So then we'll see what happens on Monday. But I'll see you all Saturday and we can prepare for whatever's coming on Monday. Thank you all for joining me this time on this wonderful Thursday. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you all have a successful year this year. Make it better than it was last year. Remember, Daddy's coming home this year, so this year is going to be better than the last 4 years. So be happy about that. We have a lot to look forward to this year. So we should be happy. Everybody was kung fu fighting. All right, so I will see you all Saturday, and with that, I yield my time. Good night, everybody.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.